Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of your elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And this quick lesson, we're just going to get into understanding within your walk, right? Pretty much understanding within your walk. Whatever happens within your walk that the Lord did is for you, right? It's to benefit you, good or bad, right? You know, because we're going to get into that Romans 8 and the Hebrews, the 12th chapter, man, because, you know, it could be easy just to get caught up in like, damn, man, I'm just going through this, I'm going through that, man. It hurts. I'm tired. You don't feel good, man. Just things are just not going your way. It's just, man, it can suck, bro. Straight up, it can suck. But we have to understand that whatever the Lord is putting us through is building us up for something greater. You know, no matter what it is. And on top of that, we deserve it all, right? That's the first thing you should already come to mind right there, that you deserve whatever happens to you, you deserve it. There's nothing that the Lord is doing to you that you don't deserve. That's bad, meaning, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get, what should I get first? You know what? I'm gonna get Hebrews 12 chapter first. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 12. I'm going to pretty much jump straight to the point. It says 12 and verse 10. It says, for they for a few days chastened us after their own own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. All right. And let's go ahead and look at the word chastened real quick. See what it says. Hopefully they didn't change it up, because they always trying to change it up. Okay. All right, this is the word. This is a Strong's G 3811. Pahadeo, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna kind of play it.
Strong's G 3811. Paiduo.
Okay, you said Paduo. Okay. And it says to train children. It says of the Most High. It says to chasten by the affliction of evils and calamity. Right? Of a father punishing his son. Right? So the Lord, he chastises us by what? The evils and the calamities, aka the trials and tribulations that you go through on a day-to-day basis. And here's another saying, meaning. It says, of those who are molding the character of others by reproof and admonition. Right? And that's what it means being chastised. In other words, the Lord is building you up. If the Lord is chastising you, that's his attempt to build you up. Right? Because he chastised you 2/3, but the only thing that's different about these 2/3 is that they're not going to get it. They're not going to learn. If anything, they're going to get worse. That's why scripture goes into why be stricken anymore. Right? Because you're just going to keep doing the same shit anyway. Wherefore the elect, they're going to examine themselves. They're going to examine themselves and try to do better. You know, offending less. As scripture says, man. But yeah, that's for the word chasten. I like what they said about good stuff. All right, now back to it. It's Hebrews chapter 12, verse 10. It says, for they really for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. So the whole purpose of the Lord chastening us, molding us, using the trials and tribulations that we have to go through, that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, he's using that for our profit. No matter what it is, it's for our profit. You might not understand fully why you're going through it, but always understand there's a reason. And there's a reason that sometimes you won't be able to understand at that moment. It might get revealed to you later, like, damn, this is why the Lord had me go through this. He can have you go through something so you could be an example for another brother. And he lead him in the right way. You don't know. You don't know. That's why you can't be sitting there just be like, oh man, I'm just, Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get the next verse because it explains it perfectly. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. It says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So in other words, there's a benefit to it. Now, as it's saying, of course, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to go through these trials and tribulations and getting fucked up, right? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. But there's fruit that comes from that. Growth. Growth comes from that, man. Because sometimes you'll do something, the Lord will fuck you up. And you be like, damn, I know exactly why the Lord fucked me up. Let me make sure I don't do that again. Boom, right there. You're already trying to offend less right there. You repented. Turn it back from whatever you did that pissed the Lord off in the first place. And now you're going to now you just like, okay, I'm taking heed, pretty much, which is what the Lord wants. And all these chastisements that we go through, no matter what reason it is behind it, because it's a reason, right? You might not understand it. Like I said, you might not understand it all the time, but it's always a reason. But it's for your benefit. Now I'm going to get that Romans 8. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh Bashem Shah, to them who are the called according to his purpose. So we understand that no matter what you go through, if you are part of the Lord's elect, everything you went through is necessary for you to build you up to what the Lord wanted you to be. That's if you are the elect. And you have, hey, man, that's just how it is. No matter how hard your life may seem, guess what? The Lord built you for it, man. Only thing you could do is just take on the chin and keep on moving, man. We all fighting out here. Every hell that we have is catered to each and every one of us. So it's like, man, just got to keep going and keep fighting. Keep striving, man. And know that the Lord, he's just building you up. He building up in ways that you may not understand at that time. But guess what? There's going to come a time, man, if you are, Lord willing, I'm part of the elect. But for the elect, guess what, man? They're going to be like, man, I'm so glad I feared the Lord. Man, Thawadi Habashion Shah for, for everything you done for me. Because we're going through this hell now just so we can be protected later. Where for everybody else, they're chilling right now. Doing what the hell they want right now, just so they can catch all this hell later. So, look at that judgment. So, yeah, man. Don't think that, whatever you're going through, man, you may not understand it, but, just be thankful. Be thankful that the Lord said, you know what? It might suck in that moment, of course. But the Lord said, you know what? I need to build him up to this point. I need to build you up to this point in order for you to make it through Jacob's trouble. And this is what's required for you. And I'm going to put the spirit on you to be able to handle it. Yes, it's going to be tough. But guess what? You keep believing on me, you're going to be all right. You're going to be good. Because I'm going to give you everything later. That's how the Lord feels about it. So as things progressively get harder, there's a reason why progressively getting harder for us, because guess what? The Lord's building this all up for Jacob's trouble. Remember, we're coming into a time never seen before. Never. Do you know what that means? Never. Right? So it's going to be things that, bro, like we never seen in our lives during this time. Seeing people perish in ways we've never thought was possible. Hell, newly created, bro, there's so much things we're finna be seeing in that day, bro. And the Lord, hey, man, the Lord, He gonna have to put us through the ringer, man. And then on top of that, he's still going to give us the spirit to endure it all. Because scripture say he ain't going to put something on you can't bear. If you know you can't take that, he's not going to put it on you. But if he knows you can take it, but it might be tough for you, he's going to do it. Because of what? He loves you. It's just tough love, man. It's tough love right now, but later, guess what, man? The Lord going to really show how much he loves his people. Because that's why, because he's going to give his people everything. Even the 2/3, man. They're just not going to make it on this side. That's the only difference. They're going to come back in their right minds through the loins of the elect. So, yeah, man, Lord willing, exhort it for any brothers out there, that needed it. I know I needed it, Lord willing, just exhorted y'all, man, just keeping in mind that the Lord is building you up for what's to come. Everything in your walk is necessary if you are part of the elect, and you have to accept that. That's part of you being meek, man. Accepting the Lord's dealing with you no matter what it is. Even if things just doesn't go your way, you don't get to get that new car, you don't get to get your clothes, you might be lower on money, but hell, you barely making rent. Bro, whatever it is, the Lord said it's necessary for you. His grace is sufficient for thee, the scriptures say. But Lord willing, I was edified. I mean it all by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.